In the heart of West Africa, a young leader has captured the world's attention. Ibrahim Traoré, a name synonymous with defiance and a yearning for change, has taken center stage as Burkina Faso's interim president. His story is one of ambition, ideology, and a resolute determination to chart a new course for his nation, even if it means challenging the established world order. Traoré's journey is intricately woven into the complex tapestry of Burkina Faso's history, a nation grappling with poverty, instability, and the lingering shadows of colonialism. His rise to power is a testament to the deep-seated yearning for change that resonates within Burkinabe society. His story is not merely a regional affair. It carries global implications, particularly as his leadership aligns with a growing trend of anti-Western sentiment echoing across the African continent. To understand Ibrahim Traoré's ascent, one must delve into the turbulent waters of Burkina Faso's past. The nation has been plagued by a series of coups, reflecting deep-seated frustrations with corruption, economic inequality, and the perceived failures of past governments. Traoré himself rose to prominence through the ranks of the military, a path not uncommon in Burkina Faso's history. He recognized the military's potential as an instrument of change, a means to dismantle the old order and pave the way for a new era. His decision to seize power in 2022 was a gamble, a bold move that could have easily backfired. However, Traoré correctly gauged the public sentiment. He tapped into the simmering discontent, positioning himself as the champion of the people, a leader determined to break free from the shackles of the past. Traoré's leadership extends beyond the borders of Burkina Faso. He has emerged as a key figure in the burgeoning alliance of Sahel states, a bloc composed of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. These nations, bound by shared history, culture, and a deep-seated skepticism of Western influence, have found common cause in their pursuit of a new geopolitical order. The AES represents a shift in the regional power dynamics. It signals a move away from traditional alliances with Western powers, particularly France, the former colonial power. Traoré and his counterparts in Mali and Niger view these relationships as relics of a bygone era, an era marked by exploitation and an unequal balance of power. The AES seeks to forge its path, embracing partnerships with nations that respect their sovereignty and offer a different model of engagement, one based on mutual respect and shared benefits. Central to Ibrahim Traoré's ideology is a staunch anti-imperialist stance. This perspective is not just a political position but a deeply ingrained belief that shapes his worldview and actions. Traoré's anti-imperialism is rooted in a profound understanding of history and a commitment to justice. He views the world through the lens of historical injustices, recognizing the enduring legacy of colonialism and its impact on the developing world. The scars of colonialism are still visible in many African nations, where economic exploitation and cultural erasure have left deep wounds. Traoré believes that acknowledging these injustices is the first step towards healing and true independence. For Traoré, the struggle for true independence is an ongoing battle, one that requires vigilance against neo-colonialism in all its forms. He argues that modern forms of economic and political control are just as insidious as the overt colonialism of the past. This vigilance is necessary to protect the sovereignty and dignity of African nations. This message resonates deeply within Burkina Faso and beyond. Traoré's call for resistance against neo-colonialism has struck a chord with many who feel that their countries are still under the shadow of foreign influence. His speeches often draw large crowds, eager to hear his vision for a free and self-reliant Africa. It taps into a shared history of exploitation, a sentiment that transcends national borders and unites people across the African continent. The Pan-African movement, which seeks to unify African nations against common challenges, finds a strong ally in Traoré. His rhetoric emphasizes solidarity and collective action. Traoré's rhetoric, often fiery and uncompromising, captures the attention of those who feel marginalized by the existing global order. His speeches are filled with passion and a sense of urgency, calling for immediate action to reclaim African autonomy. This approach has garnered him a dedicated following. His anti-imperialist stance is not merely rhetorical. It is a guiding principle that influences every aspect of his leadership. Traoré's commitment to this cause is evident in his policies and public statements. It informs his policy decisions, shaping his approach to diplomacy, economic development, and security cooperation. Traoré seeks to build alliances with other nations that share his vision of independence and mutual respect. His economic policies aim to reduce dependency on foreign aid and promote self-sufficiency. Traoré's willingness to challenge the status quo has made him both a beacon of hope and a source of concern on the international stage. While many admire his courage and vision, others worry about the potential for conflict and instability. Nonetheless, Traoré remains steadfast in his mission to create a truly independent and prosperous Africa. Section 5. A New Dawn in Ouagadougou. Ibrahim Traoré's supporters view him as a transformative figure, a leader capable of ushering in a new era of prosperity and stability for Burkina Faso. They believe that his vision and policies could be the key to unlocking the nation's potential, bringing about much-needed change in various sectors. His charisma and ability to connect with the masses have earned him a dedicated following, with many seeing him as a beacon of hope in challenging times. They point to his ambitious plans for economic development, his focus on reducing poverty, and his commitment to empowering the marginalized. Traoré has laid out a comprehensive strategy that includes boosting local industries, improving education, and enhancing healthcare services. His supporters argue that these initiatives are not just promises, but actionable plans that are already beginning to take shape across the country. Traoré's government has undertaken a series of initiatives aimed at revitalizing the economy. These efforts are designed to create jobs, stimulate local businesses, and attract foreign investment. By focusing on sustainable development, the administration hopes to build a resilient economy that can withstand global shocks and provide a stable future for its citizens. These include nationalization of key industries, investment in infrastructure projects, and a renewed emphasis on agricultural development. The government is also prioritizing renewable energy projects to ensure a sustainable and environmentally friendly growth trajectory. By modernizing the agricultural sector, Traoré aims to make Burkina Faso self-sufficient in food production, reducing the need for imports and boosting local economies. The goal is to create a more self-reliant Burkina Faso, less dependent on foreign aid and better positioned to chart its economic course. This vision includes fostering innovation and entrepreneurship among the youth, providing them with the tools and resources needed to succeed. By building a robust internal market, the country aims to become a regional economic powerhouse. While it remains too early to assess the long-term impact of these policies, there is a palpable sense of hope among some segments of the population. Many citizens are optimistic that these changes will lead to a better quality of life, with improved access to essential services and greater economic opportunities. The sense of community and collective effort is growing stronger as people come together to support these initiatives. They see in Traoré a leader who understands their struggles and is genuinely committed to improving their lives. His hands-on approach and willingness to engage with communities directly have endeared him to many. As Burkina Faso stands on the brink of potential transformation, the eyes of the nation are on Traoré, hoping that his leadership will indeed herald a new dawn for the country. Section 6. The Propaganda Machine. No analysis of Ibrahim Traoré's leadership would be complete without acknowledging the pervasive role of propaganda in shaping his public image. From the very beginning of his rise to power, media has played a crucial role in crafting and maintaining his public persona. His supporters have effectively utilized social media and traditional media outlets to disseminate their message, portraying him as a charismatic and decisive leader. Social media platforms in particular have been instrumental in reaching a wider audience, allowing his message to spread rapidly and efficiently. The propaganda often relies on a carefully curated narrative that emphasizes Traoré's humble beginnings, painting a picture of a leader who understands the struggles of the common people. This narrative is designed to create a sense of relatability and trust among the populace. His military prowess and his unwavering commitment to the people are also highlighted, reinforcing the image of a strong and capable leader. This portrayal is not just about his past achievements, but also about his vision for the future, promising stability and progress. This narrative resonates particularly well with younger generations, who are often more attuned to social media and more receptive to messages of change and disruption. The youth see in him a figure who can bring about the transformation they desire, making them ardent supporters of his cause. However, critics argue that this positive portrayal often masks a more complex reality. They suggest that the image of Traoré as a benevolent leader is a facade, hiding the more troubling aspects of his regime. They point to the junta's suppression of dissent, its crackdown on independent media, and its tendency to silence opposing voices. These actions raise serious questions about the true nature of his leadership and the extent to which his popularity is genuinely earned. The line between genuine popularity and manufactured consent can be blurry, particularly in an environment where information is tightly controlled. In such a setting, it becomes challenging to discern the true sentiments of the people from the narrative constructed by those in power. Section 7. A Web of Shifting Alliances. Ibrahim Traoré's leadership has coincided with a broader realignment of geopolitical alliances in the Sahel region. The traditional dominance of Western powers, particularly France, is being challenged by the growing influence of other actors, most notably Russia. Traoré's decision to expel French troops from Burkina Faso and to seek closer ties with Moscow reflects this shifting landscape. He views Russia as a more reliable partner, one that respects Burkina Faso's sovereignty and is willing to provide support without imposing Western values or conditions. This realignment has significant implications for the region and beyond. It reflects a growing multipolarity in international relations, where traditional power structures are being challenged by new actors with different agendas and values. Section 8. The Shadow of Repression. While Ibrahim Traoré enjoys a degree of popular support, his leadership has not been without controversy. Critics accuse his government of resorting to authoritarian tactics to silence dissent and consolidate power. Reports of human rights abuses, arbitrary arrests, and restrictions on freedom of expression have raised concerns among international observers. The junta's crackdown on opposition figures, civil society organizations, and independent media outlets has created a climate of fear and self-censorship. Those who dare to criticize the government or question its policies risk facing intimidation, harassment, or even imprisonment. The government justifies these measures as necessary to maintain stability and counter threats from armed groups operating in the region. However, critics argue that the suppression of dissent only serves to further entrench authoritarian rule and undermine the prospects for genuine democracy. Section 9. A bold promise on the horizon. In a move that sent shockwaves through the international community, North Korea has pledged its support for Ibrahim Traoré's government, even hinting at the possibility of providing military assistance. This unexpected alliance highlights the complex geopolitical dynamics at play in the Sahel region. For North Korea, this partnership represents an opportunity to forge new alliances and expand its influence beyond East Asia. It also serves as a way to defy Western sanctions and demonstrate its continued relevance on the global stage. The implications of this alliance remain unclear. However, it underscores the unpredictable nature of international relations in an increasingly multipolar world. As Ibrahim Traoré continues to chart his own course, his leadership will undoubtedly continue to shape the destiny of Burkina Faso and reverberate across the region and beyond.